episode 18 of the Patchman Hockey Show. We are the Patchmen. I'm Jimmy and that's Johnny. And on this show, we look at NHL patches and teach you the hockey history behind the patch. Every patch has a story. And this week we're talking about
Buffalo Sabres, Silver Season, 25th anniversary, 94-95 season.
Yeah.
So, you got the big 25 patch. This is a pretty unique 25th anniversary patch, which I like.
Really cool.
Yeah, they're doing something different here. So you got the 25 in an interesting font because it's not the Sabres font, but you have the two Sabres in the back. I don't know if you noticed this, but on their reverse retro jersey, the Sabres in this one are just like it's just the same font because the Sabres in the other jerseys like the old logo,
Yeah.
or even on the goat head patch, they look different. So just
Oh,
pick that out.
No, I didn't notice that. Wow. See, we're bringing fun facts.
Yeah, fun facts. Right here, 1970 to 1995 or 1995.
I love it.
What do you think? Yeah.
It's a great patch. I like one thing. Do you know this? I don't understand why they call it a silver season. Do you know why?
Because it's like a quarter century, and quarters used to be made out of silver.
Is that it?
I don't know.
I
just made that
no,
up.
that sounds that's believable to me. You're probably right, dude, because I actually don't know why it's called silver season. But regardless, I mean, so Buffalo introduced silver into this patch, which is interesting because you just mentioned the retro reverse jerseys, and there's silver in there as well. And actually, some of the Buffalo jerseys, I don't know if it's now or last season or 2 seasons ago, they added like a stripe of silver in the jerseys. So I actually think it works very well.
Then maybe silver season means something else because in the goat head jersey there was silver included, like on the B and stuff. So
yeah, I don't understand why they call it that. We should probably know that, but whatever. Great looking patch. I Buffalo has a very clean, well, these jerseys anyway, because Buffalo has their fair share of ugly jerseys. These are the jerseys that everybody loves, the classic jerseys, clean. They just don't go out of style.
no slug logo,
The slug,
slapped on whatever color
Buffalo
jersey
slug.
you're feeling.
Yeah. This patch, my only issue with this patch is the years are kind of hard to read. So especially
that's
95.
a good point. Yeah, even on we have the actual patch here, and it's still hard to read.
It is hard to read from afar, but actually in silver, it kind of sparkles a little bit too. It's kind of it's kind of cool. But great patch. I'm trying to think of I mean just your basic circles. No ribbons or anything. Just the Sabres, the 25, and a couple circles, and they call it a day. But
Warden top right jersey, plenty of real estate over there.
Yeah, but I do think it goes well. It's a nice touch. So speaking of the 94-95 season, I mean, well, looking at the storyboard here, Dominik Hasek was just coming onto the scene now, the Dominator, and then Alexander Mogilny, one of my favorite players of all time. You remember my old AIM screen name?
Yeah, it was like Devils Mogilny.
89. The 89 was not because I was born. I was born in 88, obviously, but like you. But 89 is because of Alexander Mogilny. Because
Devils Jim 89.
Yeah, because he was such a sniper on the Devils.
Holy shit, I didn't even realize that.
Yep. Because when I made that screen, he was on the Devils.
Yeah.
So he was just awesome release, awesome wrist shot he had. But he would also score like 70-something goals in the 93, 94 season, something like that. So, the Sabres this year, so the 94-95 season, lockout shortened season.
Yeah, as discussed previously on Pat LaFontaine.
Did we talk
The
about
All-Star game? The Boston All-Star game, 96?
That was the season after.
Yeah, I know, but
the
All-Star game got moved.
All right, we got a lot of facts going. But, so the regular season, it was a 103-day lockout, and it ended on January 11th, 1995, and the season got underway 9 days later. So January 20th, 1995, we're talking about. They played a 48-game season. And it would go from the 20th to May 3rd.
Yeah, which is interesting because they haven't played in May until last year. The whole COVID thing.
Well, this year too.
Well, this year,
Actually, was May 3rd? Were they still playing regular season games in May? Can't remember. 2021?
I'm getting my years mixed up.
Maybe not.
So maybe this year started. This year started late.
I think.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about this year.
Yeah. And they didn't play all the regular season games were intra-conference, so no East versus West games. Just
Kind of like what they're doing this year with the divisions.
kind of funny. There's a lot of parallels, I guess, to this season and the 94-95 lockout year.
Probably learned some stuff.
Yeah. So what do you have?
No, season stats.
Yeah, go over that.
Yeah, so this year they were 22, 19, and 7. 4th place in the division, 7th place in the conference.
Yep.
They did make the playoffs and lost to Philly 4-1.
Yeah.
So overall, kind of success. They made the playoffs, but otherwise, it kind of fizzled out. This was typical of the Buffalo teams at the time.
Yeah, unfortunately, they suffered some injuries to Pat LaFontaine and Dale Howardchuk. I mean, Buffalo was stacked offensively. They had Donald Adet, Alexander Mogilny, Wayne Presley. They filled the void, the holes left by the aforementioned players.
Yeah, Odette led the team in goals, right?
Yes, yeah. Mogilny in assists and points, and Presley had the shorthanded goals. And interesting, Pat LaFontaine, man, he was like a 90s star, but like
He was a superstar.
yeah, but he was injury plagued. Like it just sucks because his career got cut short.
When he went to the Rangers, he was injury prone too.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah, and he was actually one of the few players that actually played for all 3 New York teams.
Oh, I didn't know he
Played for the Islanders too.
I didn't know he played.
Yeah, in the early 90s. Here we go. But so Pat LaFontaine, he'd go on to win the Bill Masterton Trophy as the player who would best exemplify the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. And then also to Presley's, thanks to Wayne Presley's. Sorry, I just lost my focus here. Yeah, Wayne Presley's. He had the most shorthanded goals by any team during the regular season with 13. I'm sorry, no. The Sabres had 13 shorthanded goals, and he tied the Washington Capitals with the most shorthanded goals. Sorry, I got my notes mixed up. And then Hasek led all goaltenders in save percentage with a .930, and then goals against average as 2.11, tied with Rick Tabaraki of the Washington Capitals and Calgary Flames, and then shutouts with 5, tying Ed Belfour of the Chicago Blackhawks.
And then he won the Vezina.
Yes.
What a player.
I mean, Hasek, growing up, we always like to go back and talk about the 90s hockey, right? And I think I mentioned in one of the earlier episodes, like, you talk about Brodeur, you talk about Patrick Waugh, but Hasek was right there in the mix. Like, Hasek was so fun to watch. Just with his unorthodox style, I mean, so many saves of just throwing his legs up, doing like cartwheels.
Such an athletic goalie.
And if you go back and you go on YouTube and you see, and plus the Sabres play-by-play guy, Rick Jenneret, I think that's his name, but he would just he would just go nuts calling the Hasek saves. So the Sabres, I think, were really coming together as a team as well, and they would go on to the '99 Cup Finals. But starting here, this was a starting point, and they lost in Philly, as you said, in 5 games. Couple stats here: the Sabres were one of only 3 teams, the other 2 being the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Quebec Nordiques, not to be shut out in any of their regular season games or playoff games.
Very defensive-minded team.
Yep. Well, plus 2, you also have the scoring up front, so which is good.
Yep.
Carry the team. On April 4th, 1995, the Sabres scored 3 shorthanded goals in a 6-3 home win over the Hartford Whalers.
That's like unheard of.
Who scores 3 shorthanded goals? I mean, that's crazy. You get one, like, consider yourself lucky. You mentioned they were eliminated. But speaking of their playoff series, it would be the last time that the team made the playoffs while calling the Buffalo Memorial Auditorium, home until moving to the Marine Midland Arena, now known as the KeyBank Center, for the 96-97 campaign.
Formerly the HSBC Center, right? That's the
Yeah.
arena, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I've been there.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Buffalo in 2010.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
And yeah, I saw that HSBC, they were calling it the Hot Sauce Blue Cheese Center.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, with the wings, yeah. Got the...
That is so funny, dude.
Right?
Hot sauce, that makes
perfect sense.
Yeah. Wow.
Blue cheese, no ranch, people. We don't like ranch.
God, I hate ranch. You don't put ranch with wings.
So, and also in Buffalo, the New Era hats, their global headquarters at the time we were there. So they had the store.
Oh.
The store that had like any kind of hat, NBA, NHL, NFL.
Wow.
That you wanted.
Wow.
Yeah, it was raining, so it's like typical Buffalo weather. I got to experience all of it.
Wow. Who'd you go with?
Alex.
That's right. Oh yeah, Alex. Yeah. Were we supposed to go to Canada?
My passport's expired too, so.
Dude, yeah, I know. Mine, I got it in 2009 and it expired in 2019. I haven't renewed it.
I have a stat here: fewest even strength goals at 72.
Oh, interesting.
So I thought that was interesting. And then this year, 95, Wayne Primo was drafted round 3 as the 17th pick. Younger brother of Keith Primo, Philadelphia Flyers fame.
Yep.
So I thought that was interesting.
I don't think we went over the how they finished. So they finished 4th in the Northeast Division, and then 7th in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they were riddled with injuries, they still made it to the playoffs. They finished with 22 wins, 19 losses, and 7 ties.
Again with the ties,
The ties. General manager John Muckler. The coach was also John Muckler at the time, which was interesting.
You know what? It's funny because that's the second time that's got brought up where the GM coach.
It's going to get
in
brought
the
up.
last episode, it's going to get brought up again, so stay tuned.
Yes, it is. It will get brought up again. You know where I'm going with this. Captain was Pat LaFontaine. And penalty minutes, Rob Ray. Rob Ray. Did you ever see the video of Rob Ray? A fan ran onto the ice between the Sabres and the Nordiques.
Yeah, they took him out.
And Rob Ray's on the bench. He's just beating the fuck out of this guy. He literally pulls the shirt over the guy and just starts beating the fuck out of him. What kind of fan wants to
work?
Run onto him? It's fake, people. It's fake.
Yeah, what kind of fan wants to run on the ice?
And then you're gonna go up next to Rob Ray. Good luck.
You're on ice, idiot.
So stupid. So stupid. But he had 173 penalty minutes, Rob Ray. Tough. What a tough son of a bitch. And then Hasek, 19 wins. I think we said that already. But not many moments here. They didn't really do anything to celebrate this season, unless maybe we missed it in our notes. But looking on YouTube, I didn't see anything.
I couldn't find any ceremonies or
no ceremonies or anything. But it's cool to look back because the Sabres had a cool team, a lot of offensive talent, and one of the best goalies of all time, really. So, and now it's funny because they just celebrated their 50th anniversary a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
So, looking back on it now, and it's like, wow, we're 25 years later or so removed. Time flies by.
I was thinking the same thing because I'm like, they have a 50th already.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a 50th jersey too, which is really, it was a white jersey, it was sharp, so sharp looking, but not much here, but they didn't do that well in the playoffs.
I would say typical 90s jersey team, Hasek with the Cooper bucket. Glenn Healy's a big fan of wearing those.
Oh, the birdcage.
the birdcage or just like the pro player helmets, because apparently like the custom masks don't offer as much protection.
Really?
So, yeah, and he made Hasek, an example of Hasek being like, you know, he did it right wearing a helmet like that, and he didn't need like all the designs because those just aren't as safe.
Right.
Apparently.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to think. Speaking of Hasek, like, if you want to, goalies are strange in general, but Hasek is one of like the weirdest goalies. Just in practice, like he didn't want to give up any goals. He would tell you, he'd call you back, shoot on you again, like tell you to shoot on him again. Like he was just such a competitor, the dominator. And also too, noticing with these jerseys, I don't remember a team that actually has the same crest on their shoulder as well. Usually teams have like a secondary
Yeah, you're right.
logo. That's an email.
Sorry, I got big fingers.
But yeah, I mean that's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got too. So, guys, girls, anybody? Thanks for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Slam that like button.
Subscribe,
please. I think we're at 10 subscribers, so I think it's pretty cool.
Maybe more now by the time this video drops.
Yeah, really, man. We can afford this whole new space, so. But again, I'm John. That's Jimmy. Thanks for checking us out.